Hi, everyone. Mitch, Jay, Chris, and Costi from Pick Dogs. It's Monday, April 22nd, 2024. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Win, lose, draw. We're still here. Jay's mad about his Mavericks. I'm mad about my Heat. Mad about my other NBA picks. I stunk on all of them. My baseball just continues to trudge along, man. I am grinding. I am 50%er all the way, man. Exactly like I said, it would be up like 700 units. Doing it at a 50% clip is not. It is an easier thing to do than go 70 or 80% or something like after the other, like a lot of the other guys do when they hit the board. But it is going to take a couple lumps, along the way when that's your way. But I think it's more sustainable, but that's just me. We'll see. It's a long season. Jay, I don't know. Our boys let us down, but the way I look at it from my Heat, I mean, we took away a lot of positives from that game in Boston yesterday. I think we saw that. I think the Heat, what they did is they let the Celtics get out to this big lead. Let's see if Tatum hurt his wrist slapping his own ass. And then they reeled him in. We kind of were right there within striking distance. And it's kind of like, let's not waste too much effort on this thing. We're probably dead in the water here. We'll just run them over in game two. And they're feeling it because we know the Celtics love to start touching themselves when they're up a bunch. And I think the same thing with the Clippers and the Mavs. I think we saw the same thing in Milwaukee. We saw the same thing pretty much everywhere, man. It was like, I don't know, man. What'd you think?
I think it's game one in a lot of these series. The NBA, I love it. It's beautiful. It's a 7-game series all the way throughout. So, hey, I haven't had my best start to the postseason. When it's that chalky in the NBA, I'm probably not going to see the board that well. I mean, the home team went 8-0 straight up on the money line, 7-1 ATS. Happens, man. It happens. Reminds me kind of the NCAA tournament there for a while. It seems like
that round two
of
the NCAA tournament where it was just a chalk fest,
And I've seen Chris can probably attest to this. Hockey probably been the same way to start too. It's been just real chalky. So, I mean, we'll see. Of course, we're going to adjust. I think we're going to learn a lot today in these game twos. We'll find out. I think, again, if they're long series, I'm not going to overreact too much to how some teams looked in game one. It's the NBA playoffs, baby. And it's the reason why we love this time of year. It's a reason why these series are 7 games. A lot of teams, they'll be fine. They'll bounce back. And especially when the home court flips in game threes, some of these teams going to look like totally different teams. But for now, I'm ready to talk about it with the guys. I'm trying to bounce back, man. I'm trying to bounce back.
Jay, I think here I'll do you a favor here, and I'll tell you how I cope with it. Okay, we deny and deflect. And I think we got an easy target to deflect on. Tyrese Halliburton, 9 points. What the hell are you even doing?
I know.
Certainly wasn't the Heat fault, man. 9 points, man. This is just like the Siakam show, 36 points, and then Tyrese Halliburton, 9 points. You ain't gonna win, man, against. They didn't put Giannis's brother out on the floor, man, up by 20-something.
Yeah, I know.
How about Jason Tatum shooting threes with 32 seconds left to go in the game up by 20-something? What a joke. Number one, that just tells you everything you need to know about the Celtics. Up by 20-something with 30 seconds left to go in the game. They're so afraid they're going to choke away the freaking lead. They got Brown and Tatum out there, man. I mean, that's called desperation, man. They knew they had to have that game, and they had to have it, and they knew that a 20-something point lead was not safe with 30 seconds left to go in the game, because we all know there's never been a star athlete hurt in meaningless garbage time, right? In the last 30 seconds of a game, like we saw with the Dolphins lose both their defensive ends in situations like that this season. But that's how confident the Celtics are. They can hold off the Heat. They got Brown and Tatum in with shooting threes with 30 seconds left to go in the game, up by 20.
So yeah, that's how my NBA weekend went. Wasn't my best, but I'll bounce back. Major League Baseball, though, this last week was fairly kind to me. I'm 50%, but I'm back in the green. I think I'm up a unit or two. So trying to keep it rolling. Hit 5 of my last 6 on that NBA Play of the Day. We cashed on my Rangers yesterday. They were my play of the day yesterday. They weren't the first 2 games in Atlanta, but I loved them yesterday. Avoid the sweep. And I got all my money back like I told you I would. Reverse run line. Fuck the Braves. Let's go.
Yeah, I was 2-2 in baseball. I was plus money on the day too, and it's like, but it's a grind. It's a grind.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Out there.
Baseball's a grind.
It's a grinder, but the NBA I got crushed. So
Same.
I'm going to continue to grind. I think I'm at 50.1% or something, like right on the Mendoza. I think Jay's got a sub 500 record there in baseball, and he's got plus units.
I think
Proud of him. It's come a long way. It's come a long way since arguing that run line and odds a couple weeks ago. Speaking of run line and odds, Chris, how's it going?
Going well. Yeah, had a good day again on baseball yesterday, and fell short with the Trash Pandas. They struck again.
Yeah, they got
in game 1. Did not just came out flat in that second quarter and could not recover. But it's fine. We bounced back, like Jay said. Home teams, not just the NBA, but in the NHL as well. 6-0 favorites. 6-0. There's only one game where it was a coin flip, and that was the Winnipeg Jets holding on for that 7-6 win over Colorado. So we'll have to see if if that ends up holding true through games 2, games 3 once these series flip. The Bruins and Leafs are back in action tonight, so I'm nervous about that. Got absolutely crushed in game 1, but we'll have to see if like I said, see if it rings true again here. But yeah, decent weekend in MLB. Actually, shouldn't say decent, really good weekend in MLB. Just hoping to keep it rolling one day at a time.
Sound like you're in recovery or something. Recovery from run line and odds, maybe, is what it is. Just one day at a time. Just all I got is today. And
that's it.
I'm just grateful. It's it's just the what do you say the
What, you're going to a Nerfy meeting tonight?
just the wisdom to know the difference.
Nerfaholics Anonymous.
Nerfy's Anonymous. Hey man,
the wisdom.
I woke up this morning and just felt like I had to do it. I'm on day 1 again.
So I'm doing my video.
Starting over, got my 24-hour coin going. Got my same one. I've used it 8 times. Got to give it back. They give it back to me.
So I'm doing my video.
On it.
I'm doing my videos, and my fiance does not know what Nerfies and Yerfies are.
She's a fiance again? Wait.
No,
little peaches, little herb, little reunited?
Fine. No, fine. I'm going to just say it so that everybody knows my fiance and I are no longer together. I just don't know how to address them. My partner.
That would be X. That'd be X.
My ex. Okay, so I'm going to say. So I'm going to just go out and say X. Okay. So my ex and I.
Unless it's peaches, little herb, little reunited.
Okay. So
feels so good.
Okay. No.
It's understood. Hey, there's one perfect kiss.
So my ex and I, we're still going to be living together. We're still going to be living together.
Both are so excited because we're reunited.
Wait, so hold on. I want to hear more about Chris. Keep going.
So my ex and I, we're still living together for a little bit. But anyway, she's in her office next to mine. She doesn't know what Nerfies and Yerfies are. She kept thinking I was saying herpes and burpees.
That's.
And I'm like, I don't know what that has to do with baseball.
Spectrum there. Well,
I don't know what that has to do with baseball. So I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying for my baseball videos. You get access to my herpes and my burpees.
Now, do the herpes come before the burpees or the burpees before the herpes?
I don't know. I don't know. One leads to the other. Maybe, I don't know.
It's an Eric Pathy question. I'll ask him later today.
Yeah.
Got some time to spare? Got some time to spare. I'll ask Eric Pathy. I'm with Eric Pathy's stock market versus the sports betting video. This is like the last episode of Lost to me. I'm just he breaches on so many subjects in 40 seconds. It's like still not sure. I mean, I understand what he's trying to say, but I don't understand what he actually says.
But maybe it's just above you. Like it's just up here.
You're here.
You're down here. Hey, Eric Pathy's up here. That's how I feel all the time.
It's I mean, he doesn't like Brandon says the question, then Eric repeats, but it's not even the same freaking question. And then he goes off on a tangent. And then the videos, then he's on another tangent, back, it's like, and then back into sports betting versus sports gambling, then back into making money, end of video. It's like, what just happened here, man? It's like,
making money is a lot like opening a can of tomato soup. It's like,
yeah, it is a lot of information, a lot of different subjects covered over a short amount of time. Nothing cohesive about it, but Eric's smiling the whole way through.
Your first mistake was putting him on a short. Like that's your first mistake.
Well, I explained to everybody
you can say whatever you want to say.
How it works.
He does it like the logic was good and the attempt, I respect it, but it just would never work. 40 seconds, like he's just saying hello, and it's already a minute.
Well, in this one, he says hello in 7 different languages.
Oh, man. I love baseball. Really do. I don't watch any sports in the summertime. Like doing stuff out and about. And it's an ATM. Love it.
I like baseball because you don't have to win that much to be profitable.
Correct. Yeah. And
that's why I like it.
It's
like
awesome.
It's like I can win 50% of the time, no problem in my sleep, and if I can get it to 52, 53, 54%, I can make real big money, even at 50%, I can make really big money, but at 50, 51, 52%, 53%, Jay's learning, man. You see, he's 49%, he's plus units. He's had to shake off all that other favorite crap he was betting earlier, but he's on.
I still stay away from that laying the run line at home. I know you guys.
It was laying the run line with the Dodgers all the first week of the season.
I know, but we cracked.
I love Yamamoto.
2 days in a row. Love the Mets. 2 day, Friday and Saturday, got positive.
He had like a custom created Funko Pop, whatever James Paxton made. Jay did.
It's still in Tampa Bay, right?
No, he's on. He got a he's on the Dodgers. James Paxton. He's got the
beforehand.
Paxton.
Wasn't he on Tampa Bay?
No, was he on the Red Sox and the He's been on the Mariners like 3 times.
The Mariners, right?
Jimmy Paxton. Chris is like, what's the matter with Paxton? How about Jorge Kirby not getting the win again? I mean, Jesus
no,
Christ.
I'm sorry. I was talking about Glass now. How they just the
Glass. I was ready to back the
Bay.
Mets again yesterday if Paxton was pitching.
No, it's Glass now. The sell high Tampa Bay Rays. Love them.
Jorge Kirby. 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, no runs, 7 strikeouts in Colorado. No decision. I mean, seriously, man. He did have a wild pitch. Love me some Jorge Kirby. Yankees versus A's. Pirates versus Brewers. How many games we got? 11. Yankees-A's, Pirates-Brewers. Jay, what do you think?
Hey, the real JP on the mound, not the fake one down there in Houston. The real one. You gonna give me this much plus money today with the Oakland A's first game on the day? I'm there, man. I'm there. I saw JP pitch in a day game against the Rangers earlier this year. Pitched the gym. Looks beautiful in that game. I don't think it's too far-fetched to say he comes out here and looks good today. I really don't. Carlos Rodon, I think he's a fade. I think he gives me – I'm nervous. Everybody in the rotation, I'm most nervous about him. I've been on the Yankees in certain spots here recently. I know at the beginning of the year, a lot of y'all were trying to call me a Yankee hater. And I am still a little bit. But I've learned that they are a better team this year. They're going to be better. Are they still overrated, overvalued? Most definitely. Minus 250 today, you got to fade them with Oakland. You got to do it. So they ain't got to tug me too hard to do it. I'm on JP Sears and the A's at the plus money. And then the other one, it was Brewers, right? Pirates?
Yep.
I'm on the Brew Crew.
Dress for less. Joe Ross.
Going for 5 straight. Sign me up. At this much plus money, too. Ross ain't great. I'm not
He's terrible. He's ass. He's ass.
I'm trying to sit here and say that pipe dream.
Dude, he's clearance rack dressed for less. He's like the red tag. You know, it's like he's got it all going on. He is the traded player jersey 2 teams ago rack at Ross.
That's $9.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say all that pipe dream about Joe Ross, but I still don't think, even with Joe Ross on the mound, the Pirates should be minus 145 favorites over the Brew Crew, who have been just silent killers all season to start the year. So you gonna give me this much money with a team playing as well as Milwaukee? Sign me up.
Chris Ruffalo, what do you got to say?
For that A's Yankees game, we're gonna go over the number. I don't trust JP Sears to slow down this Yankee lineup. I think the Yankees can probably get 4 or 5 off of Sears. But Carlos,
what would it take to put you on Sears today?
For him to not be starting.
Let's get a side bet.
You're getting a giant price, man.
Let's do like a little side bet.
If I were to pick a side here, I'd probably take the A's, if I'm being honest. I mean,
can I get a little side bet, Chris, on runs for JP? What you want to set it at? 3? 4?
Say 3.5.
3.5? All right. Fair. I like it. 3.5. Under 3.5 for JP. Let's go.
I'll go over. I think he gives up 4.
Fair.
Maybe 5, but Carlos Rodon is so overblown. I mean, sure, finally you pitched to what's he got through his first 4 starts? A 3.66 ERA. Congrats. I mean, it's better than the 6.85 he had in 64 in 1/3 innings last year after signing a $140 million contract, something like that. Doesn't change the fact that, he's overblown. So I think the A's can do a little bit of damage here as well. I think we see a bunch of runs in this game, so I'm taking the over. And I'm going to take I'm with Jay. I'm taking the Brewers here. I'm going to steal one of Jay's quotes. Unless you have a clear and concise reason to fade the Brewers on the road, right now they're to 10-2 on the road. I know they just swept the Cardinals, big divisional series, but I just don't see Jared Jones this kind of favorite right now. He's pitching well, and Joe Ross isn't a world beater by any stretch. But I think the Brewers are the more consistent bats right now. So give me the Brewers.
Dress for less. Gosti.
Yeah, I'm on the Brewers as well. Man, I made a fortune with them over the weekend, getting all plus pricing, dog pricing on every single game. And this early in the season, the Pittsburgh Pirates were having a lot of value. They were dogs and they were winning, and now they've been on a free fall, 2-8 in their last 10. But now they're a favorite, and Jared Jones has been ass all year. I'm with the crew here. Brew Crew, great on the road. Similar to this reminds me similar what the Boston Red Sox were doing all weekend. Disrespected on the road when they are awesome on the road and terrible at home, and getting plus pricing all through the weekend. So not obsessed with Joe Ross, but unless I see it, and look, for Joe Ross, this entire 4 starts he's had this year, he's had no run support. The Brew Crew has been hitting the ball really well of late. So I like them in this spot, getting plus money. So give me the Brew Crew here.
Free fall.
I'm going to take the Pirates. I'm going to take the other side. I've been on the Brewers probably more than anybody out there this season. But I think that this spot, I think this is one of those things where I probably won't bet the game. I don't have a premium on it because obviously the price, but I think the odds tell you everything that you need to know. You have a Brewers team that's been red hot, 10-2 on the road, going into Pittsburgh against a team that's 2-8 in their last 10 games. Looked like they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn against the shit-ass Red Sox pitching staff. And here comes one of the best pitching staffs in baseball, because I think it's just a big fuck you to Craig Counsell, who got all the credit for that pitching that the Brewers had. And I mean, it's actually the players. Imagine that. That's not him. That's actually the players. And why are the Pirates minus 145 favorites against the Brewers, against a team that's red hot coming in, that's owned them historically? It is just like they're begging you to take the Brewers. And I'm going to Bitler it here. I'm going to say they're begging you. Everyone's humping up on the Brewers. It's like, this is Pirates all day, man. And I would even go reverse run line. I would go run line on this thing as well if you're going to bet it. It's the only way to bet it. If you take the Brewers, you are probably a sucker. I've lost before on games like this. I'll lose again, but I'll tell you what, it's all about getting your money in good. And I think taking the Brewers here is not getting your money in good, because this line doesn't make any sense. And normally you look at a line like this, and what do we always say? Somebody knows something. I'll go with someone. That's all I'm saying about this one.
Or you can go with the other one. You could go with the other one. I just got a feeling, and then I was going to tell you.
If I found money on the floor, would I pick it up? Right, that's the other one. That's the other side.
Well, why were the Cardinals favored in every game of that series?
Against who?
Against Milwaukee over the weekend.
Well, they've owned them historically, and they had some favorable pitching matchups in that one. But I don't think they were favored against with Kyle Gibson, were they?
That's right. Okay. Fair. Okay. My mistake. But still, 2 out of 3. Even then, I think they were a coin flip, though, or close to it.
Yeah, it was a coin flip, but they weren't favored against Kyle Gibson.
Freddie Peralta. I'm saying Freddie Peralta should have been like a minus 130, minus 140.
Right, and I bet him. But it's like in this particular case, I don't see it, man. With Dress for Less Joe Ross, who we know basically is a batting practice pitcher. All he's missing is the little cutout thing, that goes in front of him. That's all he's missing, man, is the cutout screen. Joe Ross, I mean, we call him Dress for Less. Well, I like it. That's why we call him that. But the thing is that you can't dress for less at Ross. You know what I get at Ross? The dog toys. Good dog toy selection usually. Sam loves them. He goes through those things. But you can see, man, this guy's a mid-5 ERA guy. I mean, that is what he is. And you got a Pirates team out looking to take out some frustration. I think Joe Ross dresses for less here. I think he gets undressed. I'm going to take the Pirates. Got a hunch. I'm also going to take JP Sears, the lefty. I'm going to take him on the money line here against the Yankees. The A's have played the Yankees tough in the past. Not recently, but they have. Normally it's Blackburn that's done the damage to him. Sears has not had the best luck against the Yankees. Last time out, he went just 4 innings. He allowed, he didn't pitch that bad, but I think that was the game where Herman had like the no-hitter or something. Yeah, they lost 11-0. Herman had the no-hitter. He wasn't going to win anyway. I got news for you. He's seen this Yankee lineup. He's lost to him a bunch. Time to turn it around. All eyes on the A's. Next up.
The Broncos got new uniforms and they are ugly.
Yeah, well, we hate the Broncos, Jay. We'll be fading their ass even without Russell Wilson. You picked them, didn't you? Like them to win the Super Bowl this year or something? You said something about it.
No, I didn't. That wasn't me.
Yeah, you said you love what's his name, Sean.
Nah, that was you. You said you love Jerry Jeudy, offensive player of the year. Remember that?
Offensive player of the year. I said I could name 35 wide receivers I'd rather have than Jerry Jeudy.
Not that bad.
Got the Phillies on a massive winning streak coming into Cincinnati. Of course, they played the shit of the shit teams, my White Sox included, against the red hot Cincinnati Reds. These are the two hottest teams in baseball going at it in this one. And then you've got Zach Littell against Scoop. Chris, Tigers, Rays.
Muted.
You're either muted or frozen. Neither
Sorry.
one is a good look.
Sorry.
Neither is
Sorry.
a good look.
I'm gonna go with the Phillies here on the road. Ranger Suarez, better road pitcher last year than at home. Last year on the road, 2.75 ERA compared to a 5.45 ERA at home. And last time he was at Great American through 7 shutout innings. My concern here is Hunter Green, a pitcher that historically has struggled at Great American, against this Phillies lineup, and with a taxed bullpen behind him after Frankie Montas took a line drive off the arm in the first inning yesterday. So I think it'll be a taxed bullpen, or you're going to need Hunter Green to eat a lot of innings, and I think either way spells doom against this Phillies lineup. So give me the Phillies, and give me the under in the first 5 and full game between the Tigers and the Rays. It's a solid pitching matchup of School and Littell. The Tigers still struggle against right-handed pitching. I think they're 4th worst in baseball in terms of batting average against righties. And the Rays going up against an ace-level pitcher in Skubal. I think it's going to be a low-scoring battle. I like the under in that one. First 5 full game.
So is that a sexy and a half pick?
Half sexy pick and full sexy pick.
Sexy and a half.
Sexy
Sexy point.
That's that's not just a lap dance. That's where you go in the back. Like that's
VIP room. VIP room.
Yeah, that's the VIP room.
That's the champagne room.
The champagne room. Yeah. That's the champagne pick. Yeah.
I clearly don't have any strip club experience.
That's a champagne.
I don't even know it. I have 0 strip club experience. I went to the Golden Banana when I was in college. It's like that was about it.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Anyone from Massachusetts knows the banana. Costi.
I'm gonna go with the Phillies here. I know they beat up. I told you guys when I came on the show on Friday, I saw these hacks on the golf course. I knew they had no shot to win any game versus the Phillies. The worst golfers ever, drinking, partying, having a good time, they're not worried about winning. The White Sox are ass, but Phillies, I'm going to take them on the road here. It's a short favorite. My rule of thumb is under quarter favorite or less. So under 125. I have about 10% of the bets that I'll even look at throughout a season. So if it's a short favorite, I will take them. I think they're just in a better spot. I don't trust Hunter Green, and Philly is going to ride the momentum. I think they're finally getting in gear compared to early in the season when they played much harder teams. So give me Philly here. And then in this other game, man, what a good pitching matchup. I could see why Roof went with the champagne pick here. I'm gonna have to ride the Rays here, simply for that stat that I looked up as well. I don't know why that's square, Jay, because it's a home team, and we know the Tigers struggle against righties. I think this is a bad spot for them. They've been great on the road all year. I think this is going to be a low-scoring affair, but Tampa Bay edges it out. I mean, they could not get any run support versus the Yankees. So I think this is a breakout game. It's a get right game for them. They're right over 500, but they're usually a better team. You could put me in the square box all you want. They have their ace on the mound.
It's a pick 'em. Pick 'em.
Yeah, I'll take the Rays at home.
I like the Reds here against the Phillies. The Phillies hit significantly worse against right-handed pitching. It's not even close. It's like significant. And as good as the Phillies have played, the Reds have played equally as good in their recent games. Plus, they have one of the Pick Dog's top 5 favorite players, De La Cruz. In fact, we call them the De La Cruzes, much like we call the Pacers the Halliburton. So I'm not going against the Pick Dog's way. I'm not going against the De La Cruzes. I'm not going against a Phillies team, which I have very little faith in and doesn't historically play well on the road with this current crew of players that they have. Even though they have a winning record going into this one, they haven't played many on the road, but they also hit 50 points lower versus right-handed pitching than they do versus lefties, which makes them a sack of shit in my book, overpaid. And on the road, it's actually worse against right-handed pitching, only 219 versus righties on the road, down from the pathetic 226, and they still hit the same against lefties, 276 home and away and overall. So I would say this is a bad spot for the Phillies. Plus, throwing Ranger Suarez, who I trust about as far as I could throw Joe Ross, I'll tell you, I'm taking the Reds. Hunter Green, certainly not one of my favorite pitchers, but he is an ex-Ranger. Jay's hurting today after his Mavericks performance yesterday. So I'm going to make him feel good and throw that in as well. You notice I got my Charlie Pride bobblehead sitting right here.
Real easy to see with your 222 other bobbleheads. How about you bring it up so I could see it?
I had it out yesterday. We unboxed it.
I wasn't here. Wasn't he? Oh, yeah.
With the guitar.
Oh, I love that.
And it says Pride on the back.
Nice. Very cool.
Charlie Pride. Yeah. He's dead now, but that's okay.
That's okay. He lives on Pick Dogs forever.
We'll put him next to Fonzie. How about that? He can hang. I'm going to take the Rays also. I know Jay's going to fade him, so we got to balance the action. This is the issue I have with Scooble, is that he's the type of pitcher that usually pays for his mistakes, and the Rays, the vagina.
That's like a triangle.
And the inverted vagina again. God.
Man, it's square.
This is square, man.
Don't worry about the gaps
here.
Just pay attention
This is
to the
vagina.
Pay attention.
Everyone knows that. I mean, I hate saying it. I know we got mixed company here on the show. This is vagina. This is square. This is sign language 101. It came with the set. I mean, we all know that.
What sports betting sign language?
We don't need to reinvent the wheel here.
Press it.
These came with the set. Now everyone's all uncomfortable in the comments.
Home run. Double down. Stay. Well, that's actually not.
Wind in from Kansas City.
It's blackjack.
I'm fading y'all's ass. I'm on the Tigers.
Somebody said reverse one of my hands. I guess like this.
That'd be this.
I'm all on my guy. Scuba.
That's Itsy Bitsy Spider. That's the oldest one in the book. Itsy Bitsy Spider is definitely the oldest in the book. Ruffalo's looking at me like I got two heads.
I think that Rays game is easy. It's really easy. Hey, Tigers favored on the road in the Trop tells you everything you need to know. Tells you everything you need to know.
April, it's this.
What's that?
She said, "What's the sign for penis?"
Penis?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone there. It's only Monday. Where it goes.
And I like the Reds, man.
Didn't take us long. First day of the week. First 35 minutes.
That's why we don't have nice things.
That's why I'm only on twice a week, because otherwise
Yeah.
that 1 week when I was on a lot, things got real weird.
If Costy's on for that much, we get an explicit rating. Our monetization goes away.
Well, look, I'm not a daily capper, so I don't have enough content to provide you guys with winning sports, but I could definitely tell you how to make boxes and wind and a lot of other things that
Were you always like this, or did we make you this way?
I've always been like this.
Because we've been known to be a bad influence on people. Look at Romanelli. He was a Boy Scout when he got now they're making till it finally got to the point where someone made a video about him, calling him a lying, scamming tout.
And that's what
welcome to the team.
Eric's here. Is he still away? Golf content. Yeah, I could. If you want to do golf, I could definitely explain to you a lot of golf content.
Yeah. All right. We know Jay's on the. We knew Jay'd be on Scooble.
Chick-fil-A? Oh, he's still there.
Next up, got the Royals and the Jays. Kikuchi. And Braves and the Marlins. Marlins, man, looked pretty good over the weekend. I have to say, it was 2-2, but man, they looked good in that series against the Cubs. Even one of those games they lost, they had it. Man. So it's like they're definitely getting better. They're getting well. It's like day 26 of treatment for the Marlins here. It's like starting to feel their
you're
old
almost
self
out
again.
Yeah,
starting to feel like their old self again. Less the body full of drugs.
Yeah, now the haze is gone, responsibilities are back.
I always love that at treatment. When people say that to me, they're like, starting to feel like my old self. I'm like, I thought your old self had like 18 Quaaludes a day in it. It's like, well, it did, but you know what I mean.
It's like they woke up out of the haze. They realized they still have an expensive payroll. They might start having to win games.
Didn't your old self have a Vicodin problem? That's what I would say to them. always
can't
always
confirm or deny that I liked every drug.
Have you watched Unlocked on Netflix?
Mm-mm. I'm on I got another funny good show. This
Brings
one
back
like.
some good memories.
This one's a good one. Baby Reindeer.
Mangled
really
baby ducks.
Baby Reindeer. It's about the stalker woman, kind of loosely based comedy. It's pretty good. 8 episodes. Netflix. I'm watching this other one that's really weird, but I can't stop watching it. I'm not going to refer to anybody. 3 body problems.
Is it?
No, 3 body problems on Netflix.
Gotta get Palm Royale on Apple. Quality programming. I mean, look at the cast. Lights out, man. Lights out cast in that Palm Royale.
Shogun's the best show on TV because you can't look at your phone at all because you have to read the screen.
We don't watch such crap on the show.
You can't.
If you got to read, it's too much work. Ruffalo's outside practicing penalty kicks. He's got his jersey on. Where's jersey?
Euros is coming up this summer. That's going to be exciting. We're going to break it down.
Sure. We got Rod Zawacki, special guest.
Is he a soccer guy?
No.
Oh.
But we could force him to be one during COVID.
We did once already.
And believe it or not, I know this is hard to believe about Rod, but he literally blew a gasket. He lost it. He blew the gasket. We got to find that one, Chris. We got to find that video and run a clip of it. It really is one of the best ever. It's got to be like July or August of 2020, right?
It was before the restart.
Right. So it was like July or August of 2020. I know, like, I had moved from the living room into the studio. So it's definitely, I'm in the studio when that happened. And it was just, I'm not doing no more Bundesliga. That's it.
I'm done. And Mitch is just like,
it was the Bundesliga
meltdown. And then Mitch is just
on
like,
the air.
Mitch,
on the air.
Mitch is just like, you just have to do it. You just have to do it for like 1 or 2 more days. Like, we're almost there.
It was like we're ready for the restart, in baseball. They were going to do the shortened season. They had already figured it out. The NBA was talking about the bubble. Yeah, the NBA was doing the bubble. It was like all figured out. NFL was going to do games with no fans. They had like it all figured out. Rod's blowing a gasket about Bundesliga. It was the best. Remember they did the UFC and the guys would have the COVID and stuff.
I went to a COVID home game, and then they shut it down.
The worst part of the COVID games were the cutouts.
I have pictures of me sitting next to a cutout like this.
I hate the cutouts, man.
So
remember the cutout? People trying to pretend it didn't happen. It was like it was fun at first.
Well, they let in 10,000 fans to Raven Stadium, and I was lucky to go with a buddy of mine who's like really big at iHeart, so he got tickets. Well, our tickets were like in the end zone, and I'm like, why can't we just go to the 50-yard line? Like, there's nobody there. We have to just move a cutout. So we go to the 50-yard line. We're sitting there, and they like box out the seats, so like you can't sit there. They put like zip ties, so you can't sit. So you just stand. And then there's cutouts. And it looks real. It was so ridiculous. And then after that game, they shut it down. They said no more fans. But like parking was pretty easy.
I remember that.
Yeah, parking was pretty easy. It was the only game they had for the Ravens that year.
There was fans at the Super Bowl though that year.
By that point, I think they figured it out.
No, I don't think it was full. I think it was still like a half stadium.
Oh, really?
Fans. Yeah. It was the Bucks Chiefs, dear. The Bucks won. Anyways, we got the Braves and the Marlins and the Royals and the Blue Jays. You're up, Costi.
I'm going to go with the under here in the Toronto-Kansas City game. I mean, both these pitchers have been pitching exceptionally well. I mean, you have their ace. Kansas City's got their ace on the mound with Singer. And Kikuchi has been playing well. And honestly, what I saw from Kansas City over the weekend, I mean, they had the one blowout, but I just don't trust them to score a lot of runs in this game. I think that the total's pretty high. Both these pitchers, I expect seeing them 5, maybe 6 innings. So I'm going to take the under here, under 9 that is currently. Keeps going up. I actually like the other side. I'm getting better value at 9 here, so I'm going to take the sexy pick here. And the other game, complete pass for me. I'm not laying 200, and I'm not taking the Marlins. That's like 2 do not bet lists for me. 200 and Marlins.
The Jays have played pretty well on this road trip, but traditionally, the longer the road trip goes, the worse the Jays start to play. And I think that this is another one of these situations where it's just Kikuchi's pitched extremely well. You can't really complain much about it, but Singer has been equally as good. And I think when you look at the Royals, pretty sure, let me just double check before I put my foot in my mouth again, that the Royals do hit lefties better than they hit righties, so significantly better, while the Blue Jays hit righties significantly worse than they hit left-handed pitching. I'm going to go with the Royals in this one. I know the Jays have a stronger pen for a game that probably might go to the pen, but I don't care. I'm going to take the Royals. I think they get out to a good enough. I'm going to go. I like the under 2. I like 3-1 Royals in this one. That's what I'm going to say. And then I'm going to go with the Marlins, man. Weathers is pitching on a whole nother level. This is the Weathers that nobody expected to see. I know Chris is a big Weathers guy. And, I'm a big Weathers guy too in spots. And we know the Braves hit significantly worse against lefties than they do against righties, only 268 as opposed to 290 something versus righties. But even those numbers are coming down. We saw the Braves look very susceptible last night against the Rangers. And I got to say, man, the Marlins started, you got to remember, this team started like 0-9, right? They were like terrible. So now they've got 6 wins. They split with the Cubs over the weekend. And I'll tell you, they should have gone 3-1 in those games. And they're coming on. This was a playoff team last year. Ryan Weather, he's a bad man. Taking the Marlins, man. I think we go just anytime. When in doubt, just take the dog, man, every single time. Costy's trying to talk himself into -200. No need. Just take the dog, man. Take the Marlins.
Yeah, that's the only thing I like in this slot is the Marlins. I'm gonna take a money line. I have the stomach to fade the Braves. I know a lot of people you do not. I know y'all love y'all's Braves. I'm fading their ass. We've already seen the Marlins get them once this season. Competed in the other of the 3. They have a shot to win this outright. Plus 170. I think the value's there. The Braves are also kind of a team. When they lose, they kind of come in bunches. So after a loss yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost 2 in a row. I really wouldn't. Give me Miami. Miami, they done won in back-to-back days now, so they're looking for a win in 3 straight days. They might get it. Give me Miami.
Chris, you're up, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
See here. I'm gonna go with the only one I'm gonna go with. I like the champagne pick so much earlier. I'll go with another one here. First 5 and full game under in that Royals Blue Jays matchup. Singer pitches much better at home. My only concern for Singer is that the Jays have actually been hitting righties pretty well as of late. But still, Singer's faced tough lineups before. It's just hasn't necessarily been able to say that this season, but he's been able to hold down the Blue Jays in the past. And Kikuchi's pitching really well as well. And the Royals are just much stronger against righties than they are against lefties. And Kikuchi is, I would say probably the most underrated arm in this rotation. So give me the under 9 full game and the under in the first 5 as well.
Los Serpientes versus the Cardinals and the White Sox-Twins. Everyone knows where I'm going here. I'm going with the Diamondbacks against the Cards. Lance Lynn, another guy who's just pitching above his pay grade. So once again, he's going to play to the back of his baseball card, and we know what that means. Probably a lot of home runs. We all know the problem with Fott, and that's the camera adds 10 pounds, man. So I think he's going to be fine over the long haul. And, we're not going to sit here and make Fott jokes or do anything like that. It's be juvenile. It's beneath us. Get a 5.72.
Nothing is beneath us at this point.
Just waiting for something to say something.
We're not making Fott jokes about a bloated ERA.
The camera adds 10 pounds, man. It's
Fott doesn't bloat. It's a gift.
It is a gift. I don't bloat. Though I do notice in the stats that I'm looking for, last year they called Arizona ARI, and now they're calling them AZ. Vexing.
The more you know.
I find it troubling. I find it confusing. I find it deceptive.
I don't like it.
But even at the 5.32 ERA, he's still 0.4 better than he was a season ago when he put up that nice 3-9 record. I think Fott's got the stuff, I think he puts some ass into this one, gets it over the plate. His walks are way down. His home runs are right where they should be, about 1 per game. 23 strikeouts in 23 2/3, 26 hits, 15 runs, 4, got charged 14. He's only got 3 walks, man. This guy really knows how to find the plate. I'm going Los Serpientes. For the other one, of course, I'm taking the White Sox blindly. Jonathan Cannon just showing off his stuff last time out, showing off his junk. Getting it done. Last time with 3 hits 1 walk, 1 run on 79 pitches through 5 full. You can only get better here. We all know Chris Paddock. Knock, knock.
No.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Chris Paddock.
Chris Paddock, who?
Yep. 14 innings, 24 hits, 13 earned, 5 walks, 9 Ks, 4 bombs. It's an 8.36 coming in. Last time out against Costi's Orioles. 5.1 innings, 12 hits, 9 earned, 2 bombs. Prior to that, against the Dodgers at home, 6 hits, 2 earned, and a bomb. He's going just the right direction. Taking the White Sox with the cannon. I think the White Sox are putting together a nice young pitching staff here.
Yeah.
Cannon, Crochet. You remember the crime? Remember the detective Cannon?
I never heard Costi laugh like that.
I like the Diamondbacks in this slot. That's really all I like. And I'll be right back.
Are you going to dress them as their real name, Jay, or are you just going to leave us hanging?
Los Serpientes.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
I never heard Costi laugh like that. It made me happy.
No, the Whites tell me that the White Sox have a promising young pitching staff was the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Yeah.
They do. We've got 2 former KBO All-Stars, and we've got Cannon and Crochet are both looking good.
And Nastrini.
Yeah, and Nastrini. It's a building process. You know, if you're not going to win, you might as well lose, man. Give it guys playing time. If you're not going to win the whole thing, only one team can win it all. It's not going to be us this year. Our best player's out. So we knew we weren't going to win when he went down. And, of course, the 6 games before then. But that's besides the point. Who's made the playoffs the least of any team in baseball? The lowest percentage of making the playoffs is the White Sox. It's not even close, man. Like, you know, they showed the graph, like these teams have made it, and they showed the World Series, like it's asterisks stuff, the years they won the World Series and all that stuff. The White Sox is like, they make the playoffs less than 9% of the time. Yeah. That's why.
I had to go back and listen to Costi.
Well, that's because, you know, the whole thing is that the Red Sox whined like little bitches in the Cubs. Oh, we haven't won the World Series in forever. But when the White Sox had won the World Series the year after the Red Sox did, it was equally as long since they had won it. And they hadn't won it since 1917 also, you know. They've won 1917. What's that?
Nobody cared.
Well, because the Black Sox scandal, they're still holding it against us.
Mm-hmm.
Shoeless Joe. How about Shoeless Ruffalo? Who do you like in the slot?
I'm not shoeless. What the hell? I got stuff on my feet.
You don't need to show us. We're good.
Show us your feet.
He's like, I want to see Ruffalo.
He's gonna be wearing these. The Mitchy Mambas.
Yeah, Costi's gonna start looking for
Mitchy Mambas.
I mean, I'd wear them. Yeah, nobody wants to see these tootsies.
Mitchy Mambas.
Yeah.
One of one.
Mitchy Mambas, man.
One of one.
One of one. Custom.
If I were to take anything in that White Sox Twins game, it would be the White Sox. This feels
They
like
don't do the Nike ID anymore, huh?
They do.
I think they got rid of it a while ago. I think it was just too much of a
They don't?
for them.
We should
Really?
get pick dogs ones.
If they
When's the
do,
last
I
time?
would do it. I didn't
Maybe
see
Yeah,
it.
if they
been a
do,
couple
let's get
years.
pick dogs ones. I'll throw for them. Jay will know.
I thought for some reason he said that they don't anymore, but what's I gonna say?
Mitchy Mambas, man.
If there's a spot for me to take the White Sox in the series, I think it's this one. Paddock is the weak link of this rotation. Cannons look decent in his first couple.
They do
starts.
it, but not on the Kobe's.
Oh, okay.
If I can't get Kobe's, I ain't playing. Everyone knows. I am a spoiled bitch that way.
Cannon's looked good in his first couple starts, and
My wife just said I had a real potty mouth going today. It's Monday, Carrie. It's Monday.
Started early.
check the calendar.
It's not going to end till it's sundown.
People are saying there's no way I'm taking the White Sox. The only way I'm taking the White Sox is if it's Chris Paddock going, because, like I said, this feels like the most winnable spot for them in the series if they win one. I'm not saying that it's like something that you bankroll on, but it's like, the White Sox are still brutal against right-handed pitching. They keep getting priced like they're this dominant team, and maybe it's a price of the White Sox on the other side. But the Twins have been one of the most underachieving teams in baseball the last couple of years. Like I said, they have the fourth highest, I think it's fourth highest or second highest strikeout rate against righties so far this season. If Gannon can strike out a few bats, maybe as long as the Twins are held under 2 runs, the White Sox have a fighting chance.
Them 50-50 Twins, that's what we're talking about? Ooh.
They call it Nike by you now. They do have it. They got the KD 16s. We can get the Pick Dogs version.
Ooh.
Nike Metcon by you.
Metcon. Are those the training shoes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Costy's wife wears them. So do I.
What's that?
Metcons.
I think I had a pair.
Oh, yeah, the new Metcon. I have a pair.
Costy
She
does
loves
too. We
them.
all wear.
Yeah.
I like mine.
But
The other one,
maybe we got to do like.
Well, we need to do another Vegas trip because I didn't get my grills. So we got to go back and do that.
we're going for NFL. So
I'm
Aren't
going
you
back
going again?
twice before then. So
Are you?
I'm going for NFL. I'm going twice before then, and then I'm going first week of October, second week of October.
Ooh.
I actually don't think I'm be able to go that first weekend of football because I have a Pearl Jam concert that Monday night in Philly.
So what? Fly back
Leave
to
on
Philly.
Sunday.
Man. Yeah, I mean, how hard is that? I'm leaving Sunday night. I leave
Oh,
Sunday
okay.
night. I don't leave. I don't stay for Monday night football. I leave Sunday night after.
Oh yeah, that'll work.
Only reason I'm
Yeah.
staying is because the flights were cheaper.
Ruffalo's he's efficient like that. It's like his hooker bill goes up $6,000, but his flight's cheaper. Customizing my KD 16s.
Why are we going basketball shoes? Why can't we do like everyday shoes?
Because they don't have the Kobe's.
Well, okay. Something we could wear daily. We need some dailies. Not enough time on the show for me to do this. We need to get the picks in. I'm gonna do a deep dive afterwards.
So they don't really have the great patterns like the old style. Like mine with the snake skin. They don't have them. My snake skin Kobe's. Yeah, this is lame. This is Bush League. Not as fun. Edge glow.
Who's is it on me?
Yes.
I'm gonna do the under in the Minnesota White Sox game. I don't trust the White Sox to score, and if they do win this game, which they might have a shot, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Paddock has been really good. You don't really know much about Cannon, only one outing this year. But it was a low-scoring game in that one as well. This team just has no run support. I mean, they average 2 runs a game. I mean, that is pathetic. How do you expect to win any games unless you have unreal pitchers that are taking you into the 7th, 8th inning, and then you have a couple relievers just close it out? I mean, the White Sox are absolutely pathetic. I think the total is 8.5 is where it should be. It's going up, actually. And I like it. I like under 8.5. This is a type of game that could be a 4-3 game, Minnesota, something like that. So give me the under here. I don't have any opinion on the other game. It's a 50-50 game. Los Serpientes and the Cardinals. So staying away from that one.
Yeah, these customizations are a lot lamer than they used to be. I gotta tell you, I've been trying other shoes, not the KDs. They just don't let you have fun anymore.
Take all the fun away.
They did take all the fun away at higher prices. Maybe with the baseball
Dude,
cleats.
The Nike Blazer.
Call them bullshit. I'm not playing by their rules. How's that sound? I gotta play by their rules. I don't want to play. How about the low dunk?
Low dunks would be cool.
Customized. These might be women's. Oh, yeah, they'd have it. Look, Velvet Cheetah, Croc Suede. All right. What are we on? Twins? White Sox? I already did this one.
Last three.
I always get carried away. We got the Rockies and the Padres, the Angels and the Orioles, and the Giants and the Metropolitans. Jay, it's your slot. We're just living in it.
I don't love the slot, honestly. Only thing that I would bet here, I would take the Los Angeles Anaheim Angels. I continue to think there's slight value on them. I can see everybody humping up on Baltimore today. Reed Detmers has been solid to start the season. I trust him today. I would lean Angels, and I would probably lean Rockies with Gomber, but not totally in love with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Orioles as well. It's just I know Detmers is pitching well. He's 4-0 in team starts this year, and they've been able to back him up. But the Orioles, they crush left-handed pitching. They've been the best road team in baseball going back to last season, and I think it's over the last week, the Orioles are hitting something like 523 against left-handed pitching. They're absolutely smoking them. I know it's a short sample size, but right now the bats are just hot against lefties. So give me the Orioles to get to Detmers here. It says something to me that the Angels struggled to score in Cincinnati. Like they average 2 runs a game in a hitter-friendly ballpark like Cincinnati. So I think Albert Suarez can have a decent start here, get them a win. And I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the I want to take the Mets, but I don't know if I love Quintana in a spot like this. The Giants are hitting lefties fairly well themselves. Hey, you know what? Tackled it. I'm gonna take the Mets, even money. Looked really good offensively in that Dodgers series for the most part. I'm just not a Keaton Wynn fan, so give me the Mets.
So look what I just sent. I think that's pretty cool. I did a really quick rendering. I put it in our group text. Not bad. Pick dogs dunks.
I didn't see it.
I texted.
Mine came out as Nike mid 77.
Yeah,
women's shoes.
It's not women's shoes.
That's what it came
I
out
did
to be,
customize women's shoes. I clicked the wrong link, but that's not the point. It's not the point.
White on white on white.
I see it. I see it. No, it takes a second, but it changes.
It changes
to blue and white with
the pick dogs on the back.
Men's.
I clicked the wrong one when I was doing it, but that's it's not bad. A lot of them are unisex anyway. But
pick dogs.
not bad.
Very.
It's not bad.
Simple.
Ken and Avery W sent pictures of them wearing theirs. Not to mention any names specifically. Who's up? Is it me?
No, I think it's Costi.
Costi?
Yep. For which one?
Orioles,
three.
Angels, Mets, Giants, Rockies, Padres.
Orioles for me. Simple.
Suarez.
Simple.
Simple.
Suarez has pitched once this year, had a good outing. They win against Minnesota.
So Suarez had a good outing, but Cannon is a punchline. That's what you're trying to tell me.
He's no run support. The Orioles give this guy run support.
With Reed Detmers pitching, they're going to give him run support?
He's been great.
I beg to differ.
Reed Detmers is fantastic. He's had a really good start to the year. But I like it. I like the Orioles in the spot here. It's a revenge from them beating up on the Angels, beating up on them at home.
Homer pick.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just got to be that. I don't do many of them.
Taking Reed Detmers and the Angels to stop the bleeding here on this losing streak. He's been their stopper this season. He's been their best pitcher by far. 1.18 ERA. We know the Orioles, they don't like flying. They get into LA after that game last night. And, man, just too much work. Too much aggravation. Too many fun things to do in LA. Too many hookers, too much blow. Taking the well, no such thing, but I'm taking the Angels. Reed Detmers going for win number 4 of the young season. He's got to be one of those leading Cy Young candidates here. I'm going to go with Dylan Cease. I'm going to lay 3.5 runs here with the Padres. The 2.5 only gets you to about plus 120. Just not good enough. And I can see a blowout with Chris's homeboy Austin Gobber going. And then I'm going to take the Mets. All right. Jay, what are you selling today?
You're muted.
I got 2 plays for sale today, man. I got my NBA play of the day, and I have my Major League Baseball play of the day. The NBA one, y'all know me, man. I call a spade a spade. I've been cold. I think I'm 1-3 on the play in the postseason. I got to be better than that. I will be better than that. I love tonight's play, though. Attacking it, hitting the ground hard. I love that play. But in Major League Baseball, I've hit 5 of 6, looking for 6 of 7 today on that on the MLB play of the day. Most of them been plus money as well. We've been finding the value. Scoop up the MLB play of the day, $19, and let's continue to make some money. But best thing to do, hop on long term, get everything that I'm offering for the week.
Yeah, for me, I got my $19 pickoff play for MLB, a 5-1 run with that on a 14-2 MLB run overall last week. So just looking to keep it going, start a new week strong. Got that as part of my MLB triple play as well. I also have a NBA play of the day, and I got a 5-pack with all my 5 best bets on the board. So, but like Jay said, the best value is to hop on a long-term pass, get every play we make, and use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off.
Costi?
Right now, with our MLB sharp trading model, we're up 40% since the year started a month ago. So if you're somebody that is just trying to grow his account with heavy volume, I mean, we're averaging 8 to 10 plays a day, all underdogs, all totals. If you have a big bankroll, the reason we ask for big bankrolls is because the volatility will be there, and you have to have enough gasoline in the engine to play all the games, not some of them. We don't do best bets. It's all seasonal. And if you're somebody that's looking to treat it like a business and invest seasonally, it's a good opportunity. Shoot me a text, 775-636-7674. That's the majority of the volume right now is in baseball.
What you selling today, Mitch?
I just have one baseball. I have two other picks, so I might package them together as a 3-pack. So if you're gonna text us and whatever about the VIP package, sometimes I answer, sometimes other people do or whatever. But for Costi stuff or whatever, if you're gonna text him or call him or any of that stuff, just it's not like we think less of you because you don't fit into that or whatever. We just try and put people in the right package for them. So the thing about like the VIP and the sharp trading, all that other stuff, the Dime Club, is that those are expensive plans because the information is expensive, right? So it's like we're not just going to eat it and put you on winners. You can't. It's like if we're going to give out that information that we pay a lot of money for, you're going to have to share it with us, and that's just the way that it works. But it's like I tell you the range of the bets that you need to be able to make and the size bankroll that you should have to go for those packages. It's not like, well, okay, I'll bet $1,000 a game. I don't care what you bet on a game. Believe me, when I first started, I bet $20, back in the day, right? Maybe even less, maybe $5 or $10, right? But it's like, now I don't. Now I bet a lot more. But it doesn't really matter. It's getting you on the right thing. And whether that's the free picks from the show, the free picks on YouTube, whether it's the premium picks on the website, the play of the days, which are discounted, or yearly packages, which is the cheapest way to get picks, or one of the specialty high-end packages. It's just meant to get the right person in the right spot. That's all it is. It's not like I bet all my premium picks.
Well, and also with these programs, remember, any one of the guys on the show is an independent organization. So you're just paying for his own analytics of the game. When you're buying into sharp trading, I'm paying other groups as a whole, corporations that are putting these games out for me and doing the legwork. So you're paying to get into a group versus buying Jay or Mitch or Chris independently. But again, I turn away a lot of people, a lot of people, and I send them over to the premium side and just say, buy the daily until you get up to a certain level where it's something that you can handle. Because the last thing I want is somebody that wastes 70% of their bankroll on a losing day because they overbet what they really shouldn't have even bet in the first place. So it's, I turn away a lot of people, and that's okay. And it's my job.
I
to
do
make
too.
sure that
I do. Yeah. I don't care, man. Believe me, I could sell anybody anything I want. It's like I could try and sell you whatever I want. But it's like I'm not going to sell you a Ferrari if you're on a Toyota budget. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with the Toyota. As long as it gets you from point A to point B, who gives a shit? That's what I say. I'm in it for everyone to make money. That's all I'm here for. I want everyone to win, make money. I already have money. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but I do. Anyways. Cavaliers versus the Magic. Jay, back on your Magic.
Game one was concerning. I think you and Jovan really hit the nail on the head in that game on Cleveland coming out acting like this game meant the entire world to them based off of their playoff performance last season. When I look at these two teams, though, I think if they played 100 times, these two teams would win 50 apiece. I wholeheartedly believe that. Orlando offensively leaves some things to be desired. You know, all in all, I know the home teams have been going stupid, dummy, crazy early in the postseason. I know Cleveland looked really good in game one. I would take the Magic straight up money line, me personally. That's what I would do. Because I still think they have legitimate shots to come here and win this game outright. If they play defense and a couple of shots that didn't fall, that's a totally different game than in the outlook that it turned out to be. I think a young team like the Magic, first playoff game for most of them, they kind of look like deer in headlights. I don't expect them to look like that tonight. I think tonight's going to be a way more competitive basketball game. So having this many points in my back pocket with the best ATS team in basketball. Remember, there was not a team in the NBA this season that covered more point spreads than the Orlando Magic. I would want the points in my pocket with them, or I would take them straight up on the money line. I still don't trust Cleveland. It's going to take more than one game for me to anoint them as the series winner here. Give me the Magic.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Magic as well. Yeah, like Jay said, Mitch and Javon hit the nail on the head in game one with how that was going to play out. But yeah, you look at how that game kind of just happened, and it just happened in waves. The Cavs jumped out to that big lead. The Cavs, let it get reeled into about 4, and then put their foot back on the throat, and didn't let Orlando get up for air. But I think that Orlando's got those jitters out from game one. I'm not saying they win here, but I think they do a better job of competing for the full 48 minutes and keep this one a lot closer in game two. Even for a young team, you don't want to go down 0-2, even going back home with how well they played at home. Orlando was one of the better teams ATS in the NBA off a loss. Cleveland, I think, was 20-28-1 against the number off of a win this season. So I'll go with the Magic here.
I'm fading all y'all's ass in the comments. Like, this is the thing about the NBA playoffs. This is the biggest overreaction, bro. Like, this is not the NFL. This is not one and done. You know what I mean? This is not how it works, bro. I'm sorry. All it's going to take here is the Magic winning this game, and then they steal home court advantage, and they go back home with 2 games at home and can do some real damage. So I know Cleveland looked really good in game one, fellas. I did. I understand the Magic, leave some things to be desired. I know this is not the regular season anymore. But nah, the value's all over here on Orlando, personally. Costi.
This is a typical spot where everybody starts to fade Orlando here. Cavs look so much better. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not buying it. I do believe Orlando could win this game outright, but getting 5.5 in my back pocket, I'd rather have in a spot where it almost seems like Orlando needs to win this game, or otherwise game 3 is going to be in trouble. I know they swing it back home, but this team's been good on the road covering all year. I know against the spread records don't matter nearly as much, but trends do roll over into the postseason. I don't know. This isn't a game that I love, but give me Orlando getting the 5.5 on a bounce back spot.
What dogs in Cleveland? Only dog you have is Donovan Mitchell, and he's like a golden retriever. You know what I mean? He could be really good at times, but he also could be like a little lap dog where it's like, come here, Donovan. Hey, Donovan. You're such a good boy, Donovan. You know what I mean? I ain't got no dogs over there, bro. This is still the same Cavs that got bullied by the Knicks in the postseason last year. Did y'all forget? Did y'all forget, man? This is still the same team. The lights are too bright. This is still that same team. I don't know. I'm not in love with the Cavs. I'm not overreacting to one game.
I don't agree with everything Jay said, but I do agree with taking the Magic and the points, but I don't agree with the money line. I think that they could possibly win this game, the Magic, but I don't think it's a great bet. I think that and we even heard Jay say this, he's got a little bias going on. I get it. But the thing is that, you can't say I'm expecting a competitive game and then take the money line. It's like, if you're expecting a competitive game, you just take the points and say, man, this is an easy winner, right? And it's like, I might miss out on a little bit of value in the money. Everyone knows, man, I love plus money, man.
You're
I
wrong,
am
man.
Mr.
Especially
Plus
when this money line is damn near 2-1 on your money. It's plus 190.
But that means that it's not a great bet. I think that the Magic plus the points. Well, it's your money. You could bet it how you want, but I'm going to take the points with the Magic. And if I miss out on plus money on it, I'll hit plus money a million and 10 other ways with the Heat tomorrow against the Celtics. But that's
a terrible bet.
Okay, it's fine. It's not your money. You can do what you want with your money. It's mine. I can spend my money how I want. My wife was here. She doesn't tell me how to spend my money either. So we're all good. But it's like I'm gonna take the Magic plus the points. I think I don't agree with a lot of things that were said in the commentary here. I think that this series is competitive. There's not much separating these teams. This Cavs team is different than last year because teams that get beaten up in the playoffs traditionally in any sport usually come back a lot stronger the next year. Wayne Gretzky, I say this all the time, got swept out of the Stanley Cup Finals his first year. They won the cup the next year. Teams learn from that, and it's called playoff experience and all that other stuff, and the Magic don't have any. I could see the Cavs sweeping the series. I mean, it's certainly a possibility, but is it going to happen? Probably not. And I think that, I think Jovan was pretty spot on that the home team has got the advantage in every game in this series, and it could go 7. I think it's going to be tight, though. I think it's going to be a 3-point game, but either way. But it's like if it's 3 points either way, I don't feel strong enough about the Magic to lay the money line. I'd rather just take the points. It's an easy winner. Why not just take the easy money? Sometimes in betting, there's plenty of games out there. You don't need to squeeze every single one. It's like, again, you take the easy money and you move on to the next roll, man.
Or
you don't got to Jay. You don't got to hop the hard 4 every time.
No, you don't. But you also got to. Something Al said.
All right, you do. That's different, man. It's different.
Because I want to explain this. It's something Big Al said yesterday on the morning.
Do as I say, not as I do.
In the postseason, bro, if you pick the winner about 75% of the time, you're on the right side.
That's not good enough. It's not good enough for this one.
Yes, it is.
Not in this game, it's not.
Yes, it is. If
not for me.
This is a legitimate 50-50 game. I'm so serious when I say that. This is a legitimate.
Right. If it's a 50-50 game, you take the points.
No, it's a 50-50 game. So if they played it 100 times and the Magic won 50 of them, you know how much more? You know how much
in
money
Cleveland, the Magic are going to win 50? I don't think so.
Yes, I think
if it's 50-50, the series, then it's not 50-50 in Cleveland.
I really think they would. I really think they would win 50 in Cleveland, and they would win. And if it was in Orlando, the Cavs would win 50. I'm so serious. These two teams are neck and neck. And I think there's so much value on the Magic here because everybody watched them get blown out the other night, and they're going to overreact, bro. The Magic.
Yeah, and that's what the value's in the line. The value's in the line.
The value's on that plus 190, plus 180. You get your money back from the last win and some. You know what I mean? It's
I'm not seeing it, man. Not seeing it. I like the points. I like the points.
I don't think you have to get greedy on the money line. This is about just fight another day, move on to the next.
Yeah, you move on. There's a million playoff games.
Million plays.
Million playoff games.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not. This is not like a guarantee. Like when you go money line like that, that's when it's just like this line is just.
You cannot give me that argument, Mr. Value Baseball. You cannot give me that argument.
Of course you can, because they just have to win in baseball.
Almost essentially,
baseball they have to win. In
baseball, they have to win. Here, they have to cover. It's different.
No. This here, they have a chance to win. If you see a game,
you can't compare baseball to NBA. There's 164 game season, different pitchers.
Every single time you attack it. There's no in between. There's no, I think the dog may.
I mean, I understood Ruffalo took the Magic, which makes it a bet.
There's no,
I get
no. We're not. This is the playoffs, bro. This is losing. You go home. Like there's no room.
But you don't go home. Not yet.
Not yet. You don't.
There's no room.
They're going home no matter what. The Magic are going home no matter what.
I don't think so. I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
they do. The next game's in Orlando. They're going home. I'll bet you whatever you want that the Magic are going home after this game.
They're going to Orlando. They're going to
After
Orlando.
this game, they're going home. More than likely, they'll already be packed up their hotel and ready to go right after the game. Everything's packed. The plane's ready. They're going to leave the stadium. They're not going back to the hotel. They're getting on the plane. They're going home.
If you want to play safe and conservative in the NBA and you want to take the points in your back,
This isn't safe and conservative. This is a standard bet.
Yes, it is. It's safe and conservative. 5.5 points in your pocket because you think that. You know, that's
I'm
not
in it for
game.
the long haul. I don't think 2-1 is going to change
game.
my life on a
That's
Magic
not
bet.
I think the Magic have a legitimate chance to win this thing outright. Like
You took
I
a
think
money
that-
line in the first game. They lost by 30 points, man.
I know, and I still lost the same amount that everybody else lost. But if I win today, I'm up way more than everybody.
I didn't lose. I had the Cavs in that one.
I'm saying, but everybody that had the
I laid
Magic,
9. As a matter of fact, I won money and a hat.
You did. I'm gonna win money and money to buy that hat back today when the Magic went outright.
All right. Well, I'll say that I forget it. I got enough hats.
Here's the bet for you guys.
There's no
Jay
bet.
wins if the Magic win outright. Mitch wins if the Magic cover.
Just
There's
cover.
no Cavs in this
without-
bet. There's no
without-
Cavs. Yeah, Jay
Right.
has to win outright. Mitch just to cover. Has
Just
nothing
to
do
cover
with-
without winning outright. Without winning outright. I got
Without
5
winning
points. It's got to land within 5.
It's got to land within.
It's got to land in the zone. Stay in your lane.
If the Cavs win,
Cavs
by
have to
6,
win
you guys
by
put it all.
5 or less.
Yeah.
Boy,
you
what
have
are
a
the odds on
5-point
that?
middle. You have a 5-point middle. Well, because the other side, you don't lose at all. So really, it's just you either beat Jay or it's a no bet. And Jay gets the money line win.
I don't think that those 4 or 5 points are all that valuable. I don't. I don't. I think all
Try
the
to
guys-
buy them. Try to buy a couple and see how valuable they are. Believe me, they are very
in
valuable.
the NBA.
They're
in
there for a
game-
reason.
Listen, in a sport like the NBA, where if it's tight, if it's a 2-3 point ball game, I want y'all to understand this. If it's a 2-3 point ball game in the last minute, the Magic are not going to cover. They're not. So the value's on the money line, bro. The reason it is because of late game fouling. Foul. Hopefully they miss a couple free throws. You know what I mean? All it's going to take is you to be sitting there on 4, a late game foul, 20 seconds, and they lose the game by 6. Like the value is on that plus 190. It is, bro. I'm sorry. And I don't see any other way around it. I don't. That's where the value is. Magic and Cavs is not a 50 game. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. NBA basketball is a game of runs. It's a game of runs, man. The Cavs just went on a nice run to close out the basketball game. That's all it was. That's all it was.
The Orlando Magic lost 25 games against teams that were favored this season. That's not good. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers won 11 times that they didn't cover as a favorite.
That's not good.
No, they've only covered with their wins 21 times. So Jay's philosophy of they win, they cover, all that stuff really is only it's what 66%, less than 66, so like 65, 64%.
In the playoffs, this is one thing I want. If there's one
Getting
thing
2 to 1 on your money on 33%.
from-
I don't like it.
if there's one thing I want all of you guys to take from this argument today,
And that's usually that I'm always right.
false. If you pick the winner in the postseason, you're gonna be just fine. Take the point spreads and throw them bitches out the window. and just take the winner. If you think the dog can win, take the dog. I know it hasn't been all that great here recently in the first round with all the home teams winning. I promise you, I can guarantee you that's not how it's going to shake out. If you think the dog can win, take the dog, and you're going to be just fine. If you like the favorite, take the favorite. To win, though. You know what I mean? That's where the value is here in the play.
So if it's worth anything, the last 20 games where the Magic were an underdog of 6 points or less, 7-13 against the spread. 7-13 straight up, 9-11 against the spread.
Yep. 20% more of the time you win.
But you're up tremendously more on that money line than you are on the spread. You only got 2 more wins in there, so that's only $200 more versus that money line. You hit it 7 times, so you probably hit 125 plus. So you're up tremendously.
You got 2 more losses in there too.
You're still up. Still up.
I don't think so. We got the Knicks and the 76ers. Let's just spin it and deny whatever Jay's saying. Say, no, you're not. I'm here to have an argument. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I paid $5. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. We got the Knicks and the Sixers, Chris.
Yeah, give me the Sixers and the points in this one. I think they had their chance to take one over the Knicks in game 1 and let it slip away. I don't think they'd let that happen again here. I really think that if this the Sixers applies themselves, they can keep lead for the full 48 minutes and get the job done and go back to Philly tied 1-1. So give me the Sixers and the points here.
Costi.
Oh man, I'm worried about Embiid's health at this point. I mean, the guy literally went for a dunk and landed on that surgically repaired knee. And you could tell in the second half, he wasn't the same. He wasn't the same shot blocker. He wasn't the rim protector. Him shooting jumpers was really all they had. They made a good run, but I'm also worried about this Maxey illness. I assume he's going to get up and play for this game, but I still have to side. I think this is another one of those similar to the last argument we had, another 50-50 game.
What's the illness?
Diarrhea.
Could be diarrhea.
Yeah.
Usually,
I don't expect
diarrhea.
Yeah, I don't expect the supporting cast for the Knicks. Deuce McBride's not going to be lights out from 3. But I also don't expect Brunson to have a bad shooting performance as well. I mean, this is a game that Philly, I do believe, needs to not only win, but show up. I'm just worried about Embiid's health, but I think they're going to get it done and get the cover. So give me the 76ers.
I'm on the Sixers as well, plus the points. Once again, I think they have a chance to win it outright, but I think the better value with the points. Jake?
Pick the winner. You'll be just fine. Knicks win this basketball game. Lay the points. It's really just that simple for me. The Sixers, they're banged up. Maxey, he was not at shoot-around this morning, so I don't know. I think he's that sick. Indeed, he is banged up right now. The Sixers, they're an easy team to figure out. The Sixers, if they win, usually when it's a favorite, like the Sixers, when they're a favorite, if you think they're going to win, lay the points. If you think they're going to lose, take the dog. It's kind of been the same going the other way here too. You know what I mean? So it's either you take the Sixers thinking they're going to win and take a money line, or you take the Knicks and lay the points. I don't think there's any value on the points here. We've yet to really see anybody cover the point spread, bro. Like the points have been non-factor here in the postseason. They've been non-factors, except for last night in that Oklahoma City game was the only game that it factored. I don't see the Sixers really competing here. I think this is a terrible spot for them. I think the Knicks probably run this one up. Then we go back to Philly. Philly has, some time to get rested, get their wits about them. They're going to be talking bad about them down 0-2, and they're going to come home in Philly, and they're going to look like a totally different team. So long 7-game series. Don't do too much overreacting. But in the Garden, I like the Knicks here. I think they kind of do what they did last game. Last game was super competitive. You would have thought the Sixers covered. If you were watching the full game, it's kind of unbelievable that they didn't cover. But it's because point spreads really don't matter that much here in the postseason. Give me the Knicks. I think they win, so I'm laying the points.
Costi, Nuggets and Lakers.
Another tough one. But I just got to go with the chicken nuggets at home. All the dice. Lakers just don't match up well against this team, and we've seen this now for 2 years running. It's just not a good matchup for them on any level. And seven's a lot, but it was a lot in the first game, and they covered. So another one that's a 50-50 game for me. As much as I know you guys can make an argument that one is more than the other, but I think the Lakers could get the cover here, backdoor cover, but I'm not playing that game. Nuggets for me.
Lakers plus the points for me. They were right there. A little rough in the third quarter, and also the three-point shooting was just abysmal. 8 of 29 from beyond the arc for the Lakers. Really, they hit a couple more of those as a cover, and I think that's all it's going to take in this one. The Nuggets shot significantly better, and at halftime it looked like the Lakers had a chance to win the game, but it just wasn't meant to be. I'm taking the Lakers in this one plus the points.
The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. The Nuggets have won now 10 straight over the Los Angeles Lakers. 10 fucking straight.
But have they covered 10 straight?
They've now won 5 postseason games straight over the Los Angeles Lakers.
But they didn't cover in those games last year. They covered in next to none of them.
You pick the winner, you'll be just fine. The Nuggets own the Lakers. They own them. The Lakers
they've covered a lot. They've covered a lot.
I don't care.
They're 9-1.
Did they cover the other day? Yes or no?
They should have.
Did they?
They should have. They could have.
But did they?
They could have.
No, they did not.
They got screwed, man. It was the refs.
Yeah. It was
the Nuggets because they didn't like LeBron. That's why the refs had
the same thing I told you guys the other day. If you trust Anthony Davis to stop Nikola Jokic, take the Lakers. But I don't know why you would trust that, because we've now seen 10 straight games where he can't hold his jockstrap, bro. He can't.
They don't need to win. They only got to stay within 7.
And they're not going to do that either. The Lakers have to win one game in Denver. That's all they got to do. They have to win one. They have to go balls to the wall and win one in Denver.
Today's the day, man.
Today's not the day. I don't see today being the day.
Today's the day.
They probably lose here. Go back to Lakerland. Go balls to the wall in those two. And then probably try to steal 6 or 5, I mean. That's probably their best bet. Steal 5 and win it at home in 6. It's probably the Lakers' best bet. But it's Nuggets here for me. No reason. I see no reason to even believe the Lakers will show up here. They had the best. I mean, they played the best 2-3 quarters they could have played and still didn't cover. I'm on the Nuggets.
Ruffalo, take the charges.
I'm on the Nuggets as well.
I'm on the charges.
I thought about it. Yeah, I'm on the Nuggets as well. I think there's something.
Did you skip your last game?
I don't think so. No, I think I went first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not first, you're last.
Shake and bake. I think there's something here for psychological now with the Lakers. They can't get over this hump. Like LeBron's sitting on the bench. Like, what else do I have to do? Yeah, I think this one's all Denver once again. Play a great first half, and then you still end up finding a way to lose that game by double digits. So give me the Nuggets as well here.
All right. Parlay time. Chris, back to you.
Back to me. All right, let's go with. Just pull up my MLB here. Let's go with. Oh, excuse me. Let's go with the Mets. Let's go with the Cardinals and the first 5 under in Detroit, Tampa Bay.
Jake.
I'm going with the direct fade Mitch parlay today. I'm taking the Tigers. I'm taking the Brewers. I'm taking the Nuggets. And I'm taking the Knicks.
All right. Costi.
I'm going to go.
Putting the hat on the parlay and pay 63 hats.
Orioles, Mets, Royals.
A's, Pirates, White Sox, Angels.
Money making Monday, fellas. Start of a new week, man. Let's get some new mojo.
Wax
going.
on, wax off, bitches.
I might gotta burn some sage.
Paint the fence.
Jay's like cold
Set
shower
the
time.
deck.
Smash the books.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Everyone's like, did they really do the finger vagina on the show again?
Stop it.
Thanks, everyone, making it winning.
Imagine that. See that? When you go down, it's like, whoa.
I'm going to try and act more professional
that?
tomorrow.
Who's behind there?
Promise. This is why people say they have to apologize for me.